Hey hooligans, and welcome back. Today let's talk a little bit about heart rate suppression. So a suppressed heart rate simply means that your heart rate is lower at a given pace than you would expect. Now this is tricky because one of the things that happens as we get more fit is that our heart rate is lower. That's one of the things that we're trying to do with training, is that at the same speed our heart rate is lower and lower and lower over time. But if you get a more extreme and fast version of this, so this might be if you are, if your heart rate is like 10 beats lower at the same speed than it was last week. That's not training, that's suppression. If your heart rate is not going up as high as you think it should on a given workout, that's heart rate suppression. So heart rate suppression, there's a lot of different reasons for it. Typically what you have is essentially you have your central nervous system kind of shutting down signals to the muscle, so you're actually going a little bit slower, and so then basically your body is saying like, hey, I need some rest. So I've had a little bit of suppression leading into the firecracker, and then certainly after the firecracker, my heart rate is super low. So how do you recover from this? The best thing to do is ignore your heart rate, because like, for example, I went out yesterday and I usually train at 120 or 130 for my easy days. And yesterday, that same feeling of effort was like 95 beats a minute. And sure, I was certainly going slower, but not 30 beats slower. So first and foremost, go by feel and not by heart rate. Because if you go by heart rate, you're going to go way too hard. Like if I had tried to ride at 120 or 130 beats a minute yesterday, I would have destroyed myself. And also, if I had tried to go at my usual pace, I would have destroyed myself. So instead, what I had to do was slow down to the point of just like making sure that my legs felt almost no effort at all. And I spun for an hour, and by the end, my legs felt way better, my pace was up a little bit, and my heart rate was hitting like 110s, 115s. But none of that is the goal of that day. That's just showing that's what worked. The goal of any easy workout while you are suppressed is just to get in some time with it feeling super, 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 super easy. And ignore the heart rate, ignore the pace. Just get out and move. Thanks.